you. Please sit down. Please sit down. Yeah.
Hello everyone, I'm so glad to meet you here today. UK and Korea, we are a country of deep history together. 140 years ago, Korea and UK had made a connection and they've stayed allies until now, and we are continuing to becoming allies. During the Korean War, the British military came to Korea and the young men of UK have bled in the wars of Korea for us. So in November, to commemorate his first year, King Charles has invited a lot of people all over the world, and for the first time, they have invited the President Yoon of South Korea. I really want to congratulate all the new masters, Xia-Ting and Eddie O, the new Diamond Masters, and all the new Sales Master here today.
Yeah.
In Korea, I don't even give achievements to Crown Masters. I only do it for Imperial Masters. But today, like the beginnings of Atomy in Korea, I am here today shaking hands of every single Sales Masters.
Yeah.
Usually in Korea, when I do a speech, there's 20 to 30,000 people. But here we have 450 people, and it reminds me of the beginnings of Atomy when I started. In the beginning, when Atomy members first gathered, there were 17 members. In the beginning, I told every one of the 17 people that every single one of you will be rich and Atomy will be #1 in the world. And I told them, I'll bring a lifter and I give you 700,000 in cash. But at that time, the company, let alone 700,000, we didn't even have 70,000 pounds.
Yeah.
To get this many people in one room in Korea, it took 3 years. The UK is actually growing quite quickly. The characteristics of network marketing, it multiplies by 2, by 2, by 2. In our head, we can only understand addition and minus, but Atomy business is a business that keeps on multiplying and going exponentially. I have a piece of A4 paper here. If I fold it 50 times, how thick do you guys think it will be? I haven't counted personally, but I heard that if you fold it 50 times, it's thick enough to reach the moon. And if you fold 51 times, you'll go to the moon and come back.
Yeah.
Our brain structure, we're here to do addition and minus, but it doesn't have the capacity to think exponentially. With my experience, I believe that every single one of you here, at minimum, will be all in Leaders Club. So in 10 years of Atomy, we have created 760 Leaders Club. But here, there's less than that. So it means that in 10 years, you're going to be all in Leaders Club and more. And from there, maybe just this section, this amount of people will be in the Royal Club.
Yeah.
And people in this section will be in the Crown Club. And the 6 people here will be Imperial Masters. Imperials make 70,000 a month. UK is a rich country, but to make 70,000 a month, isn't that super rich?
Yes.
There are 13 Imperial Masters who are making more than 70,000 a month. Within 10 years, I am sure that 10 people, at least 10 people here will be Imperial Masters. But if I look at your facial expressions now, it looks like you're not really thinking that you could become Imperial Masters.
Yeah. Okay. You can do.
It's important that you are ready now. When I said to those 17 people that I will give you £700,000 in cash, and now telling you that you'll be Imperial Masters, it's not much difference. I am sure that Atomy in UK will be #1 in direct selling businesses.
Yeah.
But if I look at the company that is doing #1, their revenue is not so high. So it doesn't mean that much if we're #1.
Yeah.
So I make a promise to you, when Atomy UK's revenue becomes £750 million, I will buy Samantha a Rolls Royce. Not the expensive Phantom, but there's a racer. That looks better. And I believe that the average wage of employees in Atomy UK will be #1 in UK as well.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm telling you is Atomy Company is not like other network marketing companies, many out there, but this is the one and only and the best. When I say Atomy is the only company, what I'm telling you is that in 60 years of network history, there was no other company that has made products more affordable than discount stores. Right now, Atomy is selling the toothbrush for £1. But even if you go to a discount store, you wouldn't find a £1 toothbrush with this quality, right? The reason why a lot of people were buying from the existing network marketing companies, buying a lot, was because of the commission. And Atomy doesn't have that, so it says we don't have maintenance fee or joining fee. When I first set out and said, I'm going to get rid of all the maintenance fees, all the members who were doing network marketing before, and they were very good at it, said, there is no way that the company can survive without maintenance fee. So this means that we really need to continue and add maintenance fee to the company. So when I announced that we will not have maintenance fee, the feeling that I got, it was as if there was a knife against my throat. Because if there's no maintenance fee, if you don't have an amazing quality, absolute quality products or absolute price, the company cannot survive. If the company cannot survive, that means that's the end for me as well. Even Imperial Masters who are making 70,000 a month, the criteria is still the same for them, where they have to just buy one product a year to keep their membership alive. So it means that even if they're buying one product a year, they can still make 70,000 a month. If the quality was bad, all those Imperial Masters making 70,000 a month, where would they be shopping? They would be shopping at luxury brand stores rather than Atomy. So I said to myself, I need to create a product. The quality is so good that even people making 70,000 a month would use it. I know that you guys are here today, but when I look into your eyes, I think that you guys might still be thinking, oh, this could be a scam. So you are still not surprised by the quality that is Atomy. Don't worry guys, in Atomy we don't just make anyone distributors. Only those people who really truly use the product and says, wow, the product is amazing, the price is good, only then you need to sign up as consumers, and only then you should share as business distributors. All the products that we sell and we see on Atomy, the level of the quality and the level of the product that we sell is different to any other network marketing out there. The Absolute that you guys are using at home, this is the only product you will see. The reason why I'm telling you is this Absolute has received the King Sejong Award. How amazing is King Sejong Award? Every year, 10,000 to 15,000 patents are registered in Korea. You don't seem surprised? Yeah. Korea is the only country that has over 10,000 patents registered a year. It is correct that UK used to, after Industrial Revolution, there was always the top in registering new patents. That technology went over to America, where through conveyor belt it produced mass production, and USA became number one. Then it went all the way over to Japan, where Japan became number one in producing the most patents. But right now, Korea is the number one country that has the most registered invention patents in the world. Right now, we're having a lot of patents in the mobile phone technologies. Also, we see a ton of patents in the vehicle industry. In the shipping industry, we are seeing masses of patents. And a lot of patents are coming out where we're making military equipment. So, you know that Korea is a country that has so many, 100,000 patents are coming out every year. But from there, only the first one can win the King Sejong Award. The Absolute they're using now, from the world, Korea is the number one powerhouse of technologies, and from there it's the number one in the patents. In this cosmetics, there is also medical technology added in. Even if you have a lot of good ingredients that will stop you getting from wrinkles, if it doesn't target that's problem areas where you will have wrinkles, then it's no use. But Atomy has made a patented technology that will target to those specific areas of your concerns. Call it the DDS system, the drug delivery system. All those existing companies that you are seeing in Europe with their cosmetics, you will see their brand image on a magazine with beautiful models. But let me tell you a marketing secret. They didn't get beautiful because they used the cosmetics. They were just born beautiful and added into the magazine. What I'm saying is that using those products on the magazine, there is no way that we can be beautiful as them, even if we use them. But if we use Atomy, there becomes a possibility that we can become as beautiful as them. What I'm telling you is that do you want to use a company that is using 95% of your money in printing fees, in finding models, and in marketing, or do you want to actually use a product that will target and treat your skin to the specific concern area? And this is the place that we are here to decide that. The cosmetic technology in Korea has already overcome European and the USA markets. Already 10 years ago, Korea had the technology where they would buy special technologies from cosmetic brands around the world. They bring it and they are able to duplicate it within 48 hours. And not only that, they add plus alpha to make it even better. And we have that technology for the past 10 years. So you see nanotechnology, biotechnology, and RT technology, which is in Korea, radiation technology. This is always number one in Korea. The reason why we are able to sell the product cheap is not because the quality is bad, but we are getting rid of all the marketing, all the middle fees that you guys had to pay before so that we can give it to you at the best absolute prices. Where you have to buy and maintain, you have to buy because the quality is not good. But in Atomy, as you know, the quality is so amazing. I had assurance that even if I got rid of the maintenance fee, the Atomy could survive and still do well. Right now, the era is ever changing. The industries that we've had is changing so quickly. Even distribution, you see on the shops, road shops or offline shops, they're all closing down because they are not doing so well. The trend that we are in now, you can see all the small businesses are shutting down or they're getting absorbed into big platforms to be used by them, and that is what's going on right now. In Korea right now, you can see there are so many shops that are vacant. So I also imagine that in the UK, you will start to see the same thing happen. So before, what they used to say was there was 20% off people who are not rich, people who are rich, and 80% of people who are not rich. But the scientists have predicted that the future holds 0.001% of the super rich, and everyone else is in poverty, and they have predicted this scary future. And those 99.9% of people, we call them precariat. Right now, we are at the time where we have to decide, do we want to be in that 0.001%, or are we just going to live a life of poverty as other precariats? So even a few years ago, people understood this, and they said, we need to get rid of the rich people. So they used to have protests in front of the Wall Street. So for us, we shouldn't think of it as actually a bad thing. And as individuals, we can't change that. So what do? We need to ride the wave, and that is what we will do here today. All distribution you see in the future, that will all change to platform businesses. All distribution processes and companies are getting absorbed into big platform companies like in the US, Amazon, in China, Alibaba, and in Korea, Coupang. And whilst people were worrying about how are we going to prevent this, how are we going to do something about this, then Atomy was created at that time. The meaning of Atomy is instead of going to Amazon and going to big platforms and buying from there, we'll make our own platform for ourselves and we buy from here. The meaning of Atomy, to fight against those platform businesses, we need a platform ourselves. But as consumers, one by one, we cannot fight those big companies. So we come together as consumers all together to create a platform that is just for us to fight against them. So Atomy is a business where it is giving people personal platforms for free. You have to create platforms with a lot of capitals, but you don't have the capacity to do that. So we are creating that platform for you and giving it away free. We call this turnkey-based business. This meaning comes from, in the factory, we just have to turn the key. So we call it the turnkey-based business. What I'm saying is, even if you don't know how to create an engine or electric vehicles, you just buy a car, you put the key in, you just turn it on. So right now, the situation you're in, you're trying to race a car when you don't have a car. So what we are doing is giving you that car for free. Atomy has created this amazing shopping mall platform all just for you. It costs over £70 million. And we created this logistics system. All the products that are in the stock, in the distribution system, that equates to over £200 million. And we've also created payment system where you can pay online. And we've also invented a system where you can give your partners commissions too. We've perfectly created this amazing system whereby your partners, you've registered in the UK, but his partner might be in Germany, and their partner might be in another country, but it's all calculated globally together. So all you have to do is grab that platform Atomy is giving you for free and just increase your consumer base. Even if you create your own shopping malls, what do you have to do after? You have to create your consumers to come to that shopping mall. Yeah. What I'm saying is to fight against those giant platforms, we have to use Atomy to prepare for our future. Using the Atomy personal platform, APP, the amount you can achieve up to is £70,000 a month. But the thing is, it doesn't just end there. It can be inherited to your children and their children. So, if you become an imperial and you pass down 3 generations, that's over 100 years. And if you calculate that 100 years, that becomes about £70 million. I am really thinking that we need this business that could make £70 million for us, but here, everyone's faces, you look like you want to make maybe less than £2,000.
Yeah.
Even if you take a tenth and put £7 million into your bank account, the interest rate you get per day is over £7,000. Right now, the interest rates are high all over the world, which means that people who are in poverty, they are struggling. But people who are in the riches, they're trying not to smile. Atomy has no debt, but the company Atomy, we have over £200 million in cash, which means that just in interest rate alone, we make a lot of money. We make over 180,000 a day, just in the interest rates. What I'm telling you is that right now, those who will be rich, they will have a comfortable life, but those who will not be rich, they will have a really struggling and stressful life in the future. So you've got to have at least £70 million for yourself. Yep. If you become an imperial master in Atomy, you can get £70 million.
Yeah.
What I really want to ask you is that I really want your facial expression to be someone who have £70 million.
Yeah.
Depending on your facial expression and on your concentration, your business will change. You guys have met Atomy in the right timing. Most of the products manufactured in Atomy are manufactured in Korea. Right now, everything Korean is popular. What we are doing is we are promoting K-culture and K-beauty and K-food. When I was coming to Heathrow Airport, I went through the E-gate and it was available for Koreans, and that made me feel really proud. 35 years ago, I came to Europe quite often. I used to work in a car parts industry back then. I used to be a salaryman in a company that used engineering plastic to make car parts. ICI, BL, ISF, these are the companies that I worked with together in Germany. But at that time, when I was at the airport, when I arrived in Europe, they couldn't really understand which country I was coming from. And they always double-checked whether I had the return ticket. But right now, even if you told me to live in UK, I just want to live back in Korea. London is also a city of culture, but I really wish every single one of you could come to Korea as well. Right now in Korea, we bought a Seongridan town and remodeling it for everyone to be able to come. In there, we have a block of 5-star hotels and also a couple blocks of 4-star hotels too. When you become a royal master and you come to Korea, you can sleep in that 5-star hotel.
Yeah.
This is Atomy Hotel. This is our hotel.
Yeah.
To invite you guys to Korea, I'm spending so much money into remodeling this place right now. The only way that this is all possible is because of the special characteristics of the Atomy marketing plan. Atomy marketing plan is Global One marketing plan. Just with one code, your organizations can spread to all over the world, and you can be just sitting here in the UK receiving all that commission. And Atomy's marketing plan, we are unlimited levels. Those who know network marketing, you should know how amazing, unlimited, how impossible that is. But none of you here know, that's why you don't seem so surprised. Those who think that I have no skills, listen closely. Usually, those with no skills around you, there's a lot of people with no skills too. But a lot of you may think, oh, I can't do Atomy very well. My friends can't do well. He can't do well. Maybe Atomy is not a money-making business. For companies like Amway, New Skin, or Herbalife, they've created a system where only the skilled people are successful. Why? Because those who are skilled, there's skilled people around them. The marketing plan they've created that usually goes down to maximum level 5 or maximum level 12, so that they can't have any commissions coming down from any downlines below that. So in those companies, I have to be a superstar and everyone around me have to be very skilled to be able to be successful. But in Atomy, I do not need any of that. I'm going to tell you again, those who think they are not very clever, listen carefully. What I'm telling you is that even if your friend is an idiot and they're also idiots and it continues down, you'll find that level 100 down, you'll find that one skilled person, and all of that will be transferred all the way down to level 1. Please raise your hand if in school, you did try hard in everything, but you weren't successful in anything. That includes the chairman as well. The biggest representative is Jason right here. He used to be a person where in the US, he had to work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, just to barely feed his 4 children. Right now, we can reveal it, but he was an illegal immigrant in the US, so he couldn't even get on a flight. So in order to do Atomy business, he couldn't get on a flight, so he had to drive 1,000, 2,000 miles just to do business. But what I'm telling you is that right now, he's here, but he has partners in Mexico and Brazil who are more clever than him. You may think that Jason is here to teach you guys, but
Please.
but he's actually here to fill his own greed and look for his business. So in UK, it's a country where the sun never used to set. It's a country that still has a lot of influence all over the world. Right now in London, it's not just the Anglo-Saxon British people. There's people from all over the world multiculturally living in coexistence. Which means that you don't have to go to other countries. You can just grab any person off the street and your business can still go outside UK. So I want you to go out and grab 100 people a day and talk to them. Of course, there'll be a lot of people who will say they don't want to do the business, but from maybe 1 in 100, 1 in 1,000, there'll be people who have been waiting for this business for you to share it to them. Right now, young people do not have jobs. And even the people who are retired, they're still financially struggling, so they're having to come back to work. Young people, if they can't find jobs, they need to start their own business. But to do that, they need capital and special skills. But those who don't have these 2 things, what are we going to do? Not just for yourself, think of your neighbors and people around you and grab people who are on the street who may be also financially struggling and spread Atomy like the word of gospel. We are humans. We can create our visions coming into reality. Whatever I think in my head will change my life. I really hope that in your head, you draw the vision of you becoming wealthy. I want you to draw that you are a person who makes over 70,000 a month. I want you to draw what kind of a house will I live in inside your head. I want you to draw what kind of car will I drive in my head. Those who are living in a luxury house now, instead of them going first into the luxury house first came into their head. If there's anyone riding around the luxury car right now, before they went into the luxury car went into their head. If you ask anyone who lives in a luxury house, how did you get here? No one's going to say, oh, I don't know how it happened. I just landed here somehow, right? If you ask someone who's driving around in a luxury car, how did you get this car? There is no single person who will say, I don't know. Of course, there are people who get rich without thinking to do so because they receive something called inheritance. But guys, do you know the ratio between millionaires and billionaires who, one, tried their best to become that, or two, they inherited it? There is less than 10% of people from the millionaires who have received it through inheritance. 90% of people reach there using their own two hands. And I am the biggest representative of that.
Yeah.
I have not received a single penny from my father. My father had so much debt, I had to remove that debt with a contract. If I didn't write that contract, I would have inherited all of that debt. Problem is, I don't know how much that debt is. No one knows. What I'm saying is, whatever you put into your head, that is very important. No matter what your situation is now, what I'm saying is that in your head, you have to have that future vision of whatever you want right now. Because you are in UK, I want everyone to think that you want to drive in a Rolls Royce. I have 2 Rolls Royce at the moment at my house, and I've got 1 racer. The Phantom in Korea costs over 700,000. In the UK, it's a little bit cheaper. I thought every British people would be driving in Rolls Royce, but I don't see any. Even myself, who was in Korea 2 years ago, I decided that I need to have a Rolls Royce and I put it in my head. But people who are living here in the UK, how come we're not driving in a Rolls Royce? In Korea, they say Rolls Royce, you don't drive for the comfortability, you drive how you look when you get out. Whilst driving a Rolls Royce, there is one thing that is very annoying. When I get out of the Rolls Royce, I want everyone to look at me, but everyone else is just staring at the car. No matter what, whatever you put in your head will decide your life. So, 5 years, 10 years later, what kind of life you're going to live, you got to put that in your head right now. If you don't have a vision in your head that you will be wealthy, you will die in poverty. Right now, the problem is retirement is too long. The medical skills have improved so much that doctors don't kill people. It just goes long. Because if the customer dies, they lose money. So they have to do whatever it takes to continue to treat them. It is very unfortunate if your retirement is poor and ill. So in your head, you need to bring in a balanced life, then create it. What life you want to live, create it as a movie and play that movie inside your head. In my head, I have a movie about Atomy UK. Of course, we're going to be #1 in direct selling in UK. And what I'm saying is, from those people here today, there will be an Imperial Master, a Crown Master, and a Royal Master.
Yeah.
There will be a day where UK revenue will go up to 750 million, and there will be a day where Samantha will ride that Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that employees here of Atomy UK, their wages will be the #1 in the UK.
Yeah.
Imperial Masters.
Crown Club.
Crown Club.
Yeah.
Are you just going to be sales master there forever?
Yeah.
So guys, if you want to become Imperial Masters, you have to say that I can become it and put it in your head. Because when you do that, your eyes will light up, you will shoot laser beams and stare at me, and your walking will be different as well. If you have in your heart the darkness that is fear, you need the light that is called hope. Darkness, no matter what you try, will never fade away. The only way to get rid of darkness is to put light on it.
Yeah.
Your fear for future will never disappear if you just hold on to it. What you need is that light of hope inside your heart. Not just any hope, that hope so big that when it comes into your heart, it will break everything. Even when you're working, when you find difficulties, and you're saying it's trouble, it's hard. As soon as you bring that light of hope into your heart and say, I can make that 70,000 a month, no matter how hard it is, you will be fine.
Yeah.
Do you think making 70,000 a month is easy? It's difficult. But the problem is, there is nothing that is easy in this world. That's why you need to give up comfortability and things that are easy in your life. If you don't do any work and you just lie down all day, do you think you're going to be comfortable? That is also difficult. If you travel every day, do you think that's going to be fun? A lot of people will come back home and say, wow, my house is the best place on earth. So everyone, please give up being comfortable, because there is nothing in the world that is comfortable. So do Atomy business, whether it's difficult or not, and just push through. When you're doing your work, it is not that the hurdles are big, it's your vision, it's the wheel of vision is small. If you have a small wheel that is the size of a rollerblade, even if there is a small stone, you will not get over it. If you have a wheel the size of the London Eye, no matter the hurdle, you will get over it. So what I'm saying is, don't keep thinking, I wish this hurdle becomes smaller. What you need to do is make your wheel of dream, wheel of vision bigger. We have a reason to be successful. It's because we have loved ones. When you have success, it's not just my success, but it's success for your partner, your children, and your parents who really wish you to be successful. If you have anyone struggling in your family right now, you need to become successful and hold their hand and be able to help them. We need the heart of love where you have to say that I want to get them out of that hurdle. If you say that you met Atomy, but you don't want to do this business or you don't have passion, it means that you are a bad person because you don't have love for your family. For your struggling family, if you just do the work and put in with Atomy, you can make 70,000 a month and help them as well. Their struggles will be all sorted. But why are you saying, I don't want to be rejected, I don't want to go out and be rejected by everyone? It doesn't matter. Do it for your family. I want you to go to your family first and to every single person that you meet and tell them, I'm going to be a person that makes 70,000 a month. You're not there just to sell a product. You're here to sell them a vision and say, I'm going to make you someone who can make 70,000 a year, and I'm going to provide that. We're going to do it together. Become that person. Go to your husbands, go to your wives today and ask them, what car do you want to drive? And tell them you will get them that car. From tonight, go to your children and ask them what they want and tell them that whatever you want, mom or dad, I will provide for you. Your Atomy business will only start when you're sharing your vision and telling people that you will do it. I actually know that when you're going to do that, you will have fear in your heart. That's why we need something called courage. Every person who was successful, they all had courage. Courage is not someone who cannot feel fear, but it's someone who decides to fight against fear. When you want to tell people that you want to make over 70,000 a month, you have that fear of, what if I don't make it? So you need to fight against that fear and make sure you go and say it. At that time, in the beginning, where I was living in a rented bedroom that was £400 a month, when I was saying to 17 people, I'm going to make Atomy a global company. I'm going to give you over £700,000 in cash and make you 70,000 every month. Don't you think I had fear in my heart then as well? But I had to fight against it. If I say it and it doesn't happen, I'm just a scammer. Even though the possibility was less than 1%, I wasn't looking at the 99%. I was talking and I was sure and only looked at that 0.1%. You don't call things that are high probability a challenge. We call a challenge for things that are near impossible. Every single person I have met here today, I want you to shout out that you will become Imperial Masters. Yeah.
Go Imperial Master!
Go Imperial Master!
Go Imperial Master!
Go Imperial Master!
Go, go, go Imperial Master!
Go, go, go Imperial Master!
Yeah.
You're here now and you're shouting because everyone is shouting. But as soon as you go home, it will all disappear. So I want you to really have it in your mind and shout every day, 100 times a day, that you will become Imperial Masters and you will get there. I always say there are 3 riches you get from network marketing. Money rich. If you make over 70,000 a month, the money rich is pretty done. Raise your hand if this is not enough for you. Go to a different network marketing company. Then friend rich. You're going to have a lot of friends around the world. When I came to UK, landed at the airport, there was few members here who came as dressed in hanbok and gave me flowers. I was so surprised and touched. I thought, wow, I have friends in London too. When you become an Imperial Master, you will have so many friends all across the world. And lastly, thirdly, is time rich. When you have time rich, it means that you can do whatever you want and you still have time to not do whatever you want as well. This country that is UK is personally a country that I am really thankful for. I really dearly hope that every single one of you who met Atomy becomes super rich, making that 70,000 a month. Everyone, become Imperial Masters and become super rich.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. Thank you.